Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Hey, welcome, man. It is Wednesday morning, hunch day, another hunch day. I'm darker on the day than I am normally. I'm in a Wesley Snipes mode, a ring light is not ringing. It's another day, another problem. You see, more money. Well, not really making more money, but less money, more problems is a real issue. Got to get a new ring light. One of the reasons why I was like sponsorship. If you wanna do a if you wanna go ahead and do a what else subscription to the show, man? $1 a month. Ain't a show on TV that's cheaper. $1, well, the free shows, but you actually start paying $1 a month is as low as you're gonna get. Welcome to See You in the Morning, man. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. I'm excited to be here one more time. The magnanimous, magnificent Cletus Cassidy, giving you a glimpse into my life, as just letting you see my life the way that I see it. Out here, just trying to make sure I don't ever become Diddy. That is my number one. Well, not number one goal. Who's worse? We'll talk about that in a minute. Welcome to See You in the Morning, man. My horrible idea to get up in the morning and just put too much of my own personal business out there in the streets. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've watched this show before and you found it not robbery to turn back in and watch one more time, I appreciate that, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me, and I definitely appreciate that. Now this show is it's a ball of everything. If this show is a bagel, while the ones with the cheese on top, cinnamon sugar bagels from Panera, those are delicious. If you ever been to Panera, Panera's got like a cinnamon swirl bagel. Those are delicious. But the ones with cheese on it are good. But this would be more like an everything bagel. This show will be an everything bagel. Each bite's gonna give you something different. There's a different taste with each bite, and that's what it is with this show. Every episode of this show is a different taste. It's a different bite every episode. Hold on real quick. I bought some milk if you wanted some cereal. I don't know if you got enough time or not. Okay. Pop-Tart in it. You confused? Are you confuzzled? Come here, let me fish your collar. Yeah. Shirt's wet. It's a wild conglomerate of a little bit of everything on this show. You never know what you get. So you get random parenting moments in the middle of the show. Just me telling my son he could have cereal. He's probably going to settle for the Pop-Tart. We got 10-1 betting odds on the Pop-Tart. 15-1 on absolutely nothing. So we'll see what happens. The only thing that's consistent on this show is me speaking to the people that speak to me on the show. If you come in and you speak to me on the show, going into the cupboard, you're reaching in there for something. So it's either potato chips or Pop-Tart. You got 50-1 on grits. He came back with we should have played the field. He went with a surprise one. He went with applesauce. Applesauce, ladies and gentlemen. He went with applesauce. A surprise entry. Didn't even see that one coming. Didn't even see. There was some plastic spoons up there. I just bought some yesterday. Look on the table. You see the box of forks? There's also a box of spoons up there somewhere. Surprise entry. He went with applesauce. Let me go ahead and speak to those who speak to me, man. Let me go ahead and get that out of the way here real quick. My man Deuce in the building. First of all, the first three people that speak to me get the mythical medals, the MMMs, the triple M's, the morning mythical medals. They just a way to show, to designate them and thank them for being the first ones up. In the morning when I wake up and put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. Winning the bronze this morning is Crystal TT Panel. TT been going crazy with the AI, TT Panel. That's my son walking through the background. Going in with the silver, always here on a Wednesday because she think it's gonna go left. Marche Copeland never misses a Wednesday. I might not see her on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, but she ain't finna miss no Wednesday. And winning the gold, holding it down. GM stands for gold medal when you talk about Denzel Glover in the building. So my man Denzel with the gold, Marche with the silver, Crystal with the bronze, and not quite getting the medal. Getting that aluminum fourth this morning is the pride of North Carolina, Courtney Weston and Murphy. Also here is Tony, my good friend Tony Fogale. Just got a call yesterday, Tony, about me redoing the gala again next year. So I might be throwing in your side one more time. Might be doing it for you. Good morning, Lisa Bazemore Bishop. Good morning, Hunchers. I like that. Fernita's in the building. Shannon's in the building. My man Larry, Betty, Ida, Snoop, Michelle McKimmey, Eminem, Every Time, Every Place. Christine Simons is in the building. Jackie is in the building. Yolanda, the future circuit court clerk. Bree is in the building. They were rooting for Pop-Tart. He didn't go Pop-Tart. Lasha Unda's in the building. PP, Patricia Pippin is in the building. My man George Berry is in the building. Tony said, I told you everyone loved it. Not everyone loved me. I told you the one lady came onto my post and told me I was unprofessional. But it's close enough. I did what I did. So now in the wake of, let's talk this out real quick. In the wake of the federal raid on P. Diddy's home. I don't know what they were looking for in P. Diddy's home, but P. Diddy danced up out of there with the Barbados. He danced up, can't stop, won't stop, But he got out of there. Diddy got out. He got out of Dodge. Left his sons at the crib. I think that's the worst part about it. To see the sons was in handcuffs, being walked around. You out, man?
Yep.
Love you, man.
Okay.
Have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
Good on your test.
Thank you.
To see the sons walked around in the cuffs. The sons was in cuffs. Diddy was like, I ain't gonna stop. He was out. So they raided Puff Daddy's home. Left his sons at the crib. Good morning, Tina. Amidst all the allegations, now, Puff, everything has been allegations so far. We haven't seen not one episode of Surviving Sean. We haven't seen the miniseries Dealing with Diddy. That hasn't come up yet. But usually where there's smoke, there's fire. And there's a lot of smoke in this Diddy situation. It is a Marlboro factory of smoke. So let me ask you this: who is worse, Diddy or Kelly? Apparently, you just got to stay away from anybody in the music business whose name phonetically ends in E. But Diddy or Kelly? Teddy Riley, he might be double dangerous because he got double E's. Y'all tell me which one is worse. Which one? Surviving Sean, Dealing with Diddy, or Surviving R. Kelly? I think the R. Kelly. Diddy apparently is messing up lives. But on the flip side to what Diddy was doing, Diddy seemed to be, and make sure, before we get into this discussion, make sure we do what we need to do on this show. We need to share the show. Let somebody else know that you're watching. Don't come out here and watch it in vain. Don't watch by yourself. Share this with somebody else. Let somebody else see it. And additionally, man, if you want to be a friend of the show, if you want to be a friend of the show. If you want to be part of the morning crew, the Hunch Bunch. If you want to become an official member of the Hunch Bunch, man, $1 a month is all that I ask. You can send it right there to the Cletus Comedy right there at Cash App, Cletus Comedy. It's all you got to do. And you can become a part of the Hunch Bunch. You had to go on the Hunch Bunch. $1 a month is all I ask. Thanks for people who have been sending in. Man, I had somebody send me in $1 a week yesterday. I was like, yo, big ups. Big ups to him. And I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick. I'm gonna give y'all this kind of a testimony real quick and let y'all, and then we'll get back to who's worse. That's why I tell you this show is bipolar. I'll be anywhere. So yesterday, if any of y'all know, I got some I'm doing some body sculpting. I'm recreating, I'm moving my fat into different areas. There's a certain area I'm trying to get all of it to go into. I don't think it's working. If I could get my fat to funnel down, man, listen here. If I can go from bingo to mandingo, if I could go from bingo to mandingo, I would do it. There's nothing that you can do. I don't think there's any exercises. I don't think there's anything that you can do. Just whatever. That's the one thing that whatever God served you with is what you end up with. Muscles, you can go ahead and be like, let me get more muscles. But that particular dangling participle, your dangling participle is what you got. That's all you got. And you can go work out all day. That's going to be it. That's it. So if I could move my fat into that region, I'd be excited, man. If I could go from bingo to mandingo, that's what I would do. Ladies, we stuck with it, man. That's what you're going to get. I don't even know if maybe I can buy an extension. I don't know. But this is what I'm going to get. So hopefully whoever I meet, if I can meet a virgin, that'll be great because she won't have any comparison when I get married. If I can marry a virgin, she won't know either. She'll just be like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. And I'll be like, I know, isn't it? But if I meet somebody who's been experienced before, they're going to be like, womp, 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 womp. But anyway, that's not what we came to talk about. I tell people all the time that God blesses me in ways that I'm not even sure that people understand or know, right? Yesterday, I was going in to try to move. Oh, Marsha said you can buy an extension. Hey, Z. Yesterday, I was going in to move my fat into different areas, right? I'm just trying to repurpose my fat. It's about repurposing in this season, recycling. So I was going to the recycling center. Some people might call it a gym. I went to the recycling center yesterday and I got this app that gives me workouts, right? And I used the free trial on the app, and the app was like, it's $69.99 to get the app. I was like, ooh, I can't. I'm not going to swing that. My gym membership ain't even $69.99 for the year. Why am I going to pay y'all $69.99 just to tell me what to do at the gym? So what I had done, because, I'm from Portsmouth and I'm the son of a frugal mom. What I had done was the workouts that I was doing that week, I just screenshotted them. Blah, blah, blah. So I had the screenshots, right? Had the screenshots. I could go back and look at the screenshots and see what the exercises were. It wasn't going to be doing all the fancy calculating and telling me this, and the third, and using AI to come up with new ways to do it. I just was like, it was free, $69.99. I'm not going to do it. So I was on my way yesterday. Matt, I would play a song on the piano. Not today, Matt. Not today. I know that'll get the viewership up if I just go and sing a little piano, man, but I'm not. So yesterday I was on my way to the gym and I was like, man, I'm tired. I tried to see if I could trick the app into letting me use it. It didn't work. But it came back and told me I will give you a discount rather than that thing being $69.99. We'll now make it $33 for the year. I was like, oh, I could do that. I could do $33 for the year. $39. I said, oh, I could do $39 for the year. Sign me up for that Christian Jubilee. I went ahead, hit the $39 for the app, boom, and went through. Man, do you know, immediately following, this is why I tell y'all, God looks out for me, God blesses me. Immediately after that, somebody sent me $52. Right after I did it, they sent me $52 immediately. Boom, I got $52. Right after I did it, I was like, why is money coming back into my account and into my cash out? It came to my cash out $52. I was like, what is this for? And it was somebody was like, yo, I enjoy watching See You in the Morning. Here's $1 per week. That's crazy. Because a lot of people don't realize, man, this is how I eat. Either doing this, doing the writing, the TV shows, performing. I'm a performer, 100% entertainer. I ain't out there stripping. I ain't out there. I don't. If I could sell this for money, I would. If I could sell my member for money, I would. I would just talk to my cousin yesterday, man. And the other day, my cousin said God knew what he was doing when he made him a man. Because he said if he had a vagina, he'd have been tooting that thing up all over the world for cash. He'd have been making so much money if he ever had a vagina. It's just no way. God knew what he was doing. I believe the same. And the guy that gave me a vagina, whoo, I'd have set the population of Portsmouth a new high. But that money came through. And so, like, to most people, $52 isn't a lot. But to me, the $52 is just a reminder of God's promise that I got you. It's always been that way. Whenever I felt like, man, I need money for this, I'm like, God, let me, these funds is getting a little low. God be like, all right, here go a show, here go a deposit, here go something. It's always been that way, being that this is what I do. So it took me a lot to even start asking people and some people will say that I'm underselling myself. Why are you just asking for $1 a month? Man, I just want people to be appreciative. I want us to have a symbiotic relationship where they're showing me that I'm appreciated. I'm asking it just to see if it'll happen. If you don't ask, you won't never know. So that's why I asked for $1 a month. I seen comedians out here just begging for money, even when they got money. They got plenty of money, they just begging for your money. And I seen them doing telethons, all kinds of stuff. Not me. I'm just out here. If y'all do it, y'all do it. If y'all don't, y'all don't. I still believe God gonna bless me one way or the other. Because I be too busy out there blessing other people. And I just thought about it yesterday. I had a friend of mine ask me, he said, hey, I'm working with a daycare center. We making Easter baskets for them. We need some snacks. And I went out and bought snacks for the Easter baskets. I hadn't even thought about it. It wasn't that big thing. It was a $20 of Easter baskets. It's so crazy how stuff is starting to add up. I bought $20 worth of Easter baskets. I paid for my gym membership. The app that was like $59. Somebody came back and hit me with $52. Wow. God be like, here you go, cuz. Oh, it's $1 a week, Bree. My fault. $1 a week. I can't remember which one it is. If it's $1 a week, then yeah, because they can up to $4 a month. $1 a week. Thank you, Bree. I be tearing up my own money. I be cutting myself short. Worst drug dealer ever. What's up, LaTroy? LaTroy says, good morning to everyone and the interim city manager in Portsmouth. Y'all prepare yourselves tomorrow. I'm going to probably become one of the most hated men in Portsmouth. I got a call this morning. It was like, hey, look, I want to tell my story. So I'm doing a Survive in Portsmouth tomorrow. The previous interim city manager of Portsmouth is coming out, and she said she's doing a tell-all tomorrow. So y'all tune in. I'm about to be Club Shay Shay, but not gay. No offense, LaTroy. No offense. I'm about to be Club Shay Shay tomorrow. So now let's get back to the subject. Which one is worse? Which one is worse? Which one is worse? Which one is going to be worse? Robert Kelly or Sean Combs? Kelly or Combs? So now here's the thing with Kelly. It seems like, what's up, Michelle? It seems like, LaTroy sounds like gadget like me. This is why I hate LaTroy. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Kelly seemed to have victims who didn't receive anything, right? Kelly, I gotta figure out what time I'm gonna do the show tomorrow, Bree. I'll let y'all know. I'm gonna advertise. I might even do a flyer. R. Kelly, I believe, victimized people and they got nothing out of it. R. Kelly was picking off little girls at the high school. He was just all over the place. Sean Diddy Combs at least giving you a Hollywood career. Sean was like, if you sing on my Diddy, I'll give you some Diddy. I wonder what he did to 112. Mary J. We just hearing the accusations about Diddy, but I think Diddy got into some grooming, and then you start seeing the people that he was grooming. Like if Diddy really did what people are accusing him of doing to Justin Bieber, that's crazy. But then Justin Bieber also became one of the most famous, one of the richest people in the world. Does that end justify the means? I mean, they keep saying that Diddy won't pay his people, and I agree with that. But nobody gets paid in the music industry. Nobody in the music industry gets paid. Z said it seems as though people are saying they could have said no. They say Diddy won't pay. Nobody gets paid in the music industry. Entertainment industry is hard to get paid. You got to fight to get paid in this entertainment industry until you go solo. I knew 112 won't get paid when they did that third album. When they did that third album, I knew they won't get paid. If you ever pay attention to music artists, and that comes from all of them, the Boys and Men's, the 112s, Silk, any of those groups, when they get those first albums, listen to Mary J. Mary J said Real Love was on the radio. She was still living in the projects. She's like, my song was bumping on the radio. I'm still living in the project. She ain't made no money off that song. The writers, the producers, the record label, everybody made money off that song. The radio station, and everybody but Mary J. Musical artists really don't make any money until they start touring. If you can't get out there and get on tour, you can't make no money. You got to get your money out there in these streets. None of them. None of them. You can't make no money. Same thing with comedy. Listen, I got like four or five videos out there that's viral right now. Millions of views. Viral. I didn't post them. Somebody else posted something to me. Gone viral. I don't get a dime off of it. I posted on my page. Can't get nobody to do nothing but like it. They be like, look at my dog. People have seen the video. This last video I did with me doing the Moist song. The Moist video is millions of views. It's millions of views. And whoever that gentleman is that posted it, he gets the money for it. Millions of views. I didn't get a dime. But what I am able to do is charge this post BET price. That P is like, see right now, I'm pre-EBT and post-EBT. It's different. When you go viral. It's a different world out there. So Diddy was out there hunching. At least you had an opportunity to be financially successful off that hunch. Robert, he was just peeing on people for nothing. You got to pee me for free. I think both. If the allegations against Diddy of him using his power, position, and influence in order to take advantage of young people, and if he uses his power and influence to take advantage of children, that's one level of disgusting. If he used that power and influence to take advantage of adults, I think that's different. So let me ask you this, and this is we just gonna keep it real. We just gonna keep it a stat. If somebody went into this relationship and Diddy was like, "Hey, in order to keep singing with me, you got to sing on my mic," and you decide, "No, I'm not gonna sing," and you be like, how bad do I want this career? And you go in there and you go a cappella on the microphone. Who's at fault? Who's at fault? Hey man, listen, I love the way you sing. Hey, take that. I love the way you sing. Can you sing on my microphone? I guarantee it. Make sure you get to the top. If not, then you out. Who's at fault? I think Diddy's at fault for using his sexual power and influence. But I think that's how it's always been. I think that's how it's always been. So who's wrong? And this is taking the children out of it. If he does this to children, he's a despicable individual. Put him in the jail cell with Bubba, and let Bubba Harlem shake him every night. Let him Harlem shake him. With R. Kelly, regardless of what it was, if it's the parents and they let their children in there, regardless, Kelly knew they were children. I can't even defend that. No, I'm not blaming either one, Carmen. I'm asking who's at fault. I'm not blaming anybody. I know that would be considered by a lot of people victim blaming. But when you decide to make that decision, when you decide to go in, so just like right now, if Kevin Hart was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna take you on tour with me," I'm like, "Man, Kev, I appreciate that." But he's like, "But first of all, we got to have a heart to heart." All right, man, if we're gonna talk it out, let's talk it out. No, we got to lay bare chested with each other in the bed. No, cuz I'm good. I appreciate the offer. I can't do it. Hey, thanks for asking, Kev, but I can't do it. If Eddie Murphy came out right now, I was like, "Hey man, I'm about to put you in my next movie." I'm like, "Oh man, Eddie, that's great. You're a legend in the game. I know that your influence and your support, you backing me, will be worth it for me." He said, "But before you do that, I've got a pool house in the back, the Johnny Gill Suite." I gotta be like, I can't do it, Eddie. That's all I'm asking. And then they'll say, are they a victim if they agree to it? I don't like coming people back when the check's no longer coming in and then they claim fault. That's a tricky situation. So it's so many things. Listen, I've seen people for worse. That's one of the reasons why people always ask me if I'm ever gonna get into politics, and I won't, because I understand that in politics, man, a lot of people are diddying you in this politics game. A lot of people are getting diddied in the politics. A lot of people will be like, "Ooh," and then people will be like, "Hey, we're gonna get behind you. We're gonna put then literally and figuratively. And we're gonna get behind you. We're gonna put our money behind you. We can put you in positions. We can make you somebody. All you got to do is whatever we ask you to do." And so now you no longer have your own integrity. You no longer speak for yourself. You no longer do your own thing. And so you become them because they giving you this money. You now have to acquiesce to whatever they do. I can't do that, right? That's not me. There's not a sexual favor, but you're offering them other favors. You putting yourself out there. You being diddied for political gain. Some people are very, very, very desperate. Some people are very, very desperate to get a break. Some people are very, very desperate to get a break. They'll do whatever. They'll do whatever it takes to get a break. Some people will sell whatever to get a break. Listen, there are a lot of people who can separate sex from separate sex from love making. They can love making. They can separate hunching from other stuff. Some people be like, "Listen, I'm telling you, I had a cousin. He told me, he said, man, if I ever had a vagina, the way that I be throwing that thing in a circle to get whatever I needed, and that wouldn't even be sex for him. That'd just be the act. It'd just be like, boom. What if you a dude that be like, hey, look here, these cheeks get checks. Lord, I need to make sure I gotta throw something in there so that it can't get cut up. Because somebody just be like, Cletus Cassidy makes a shocking admission. But what if you are that dude? What if you that dude that be like, yo, these cheeks get checks? I'm out here. Buck nasty. Clap for me. That's crazy. When a person in power takes advantage, no matter the age, the person is a victim. Okay, I'll take that, Carmen. But so my question is this, Carmen. Let's educate people. Let's talk this out in a mature way. Where, let's talk this out in a mature way. Let's talk this out. Let's talk this out in a mature way, because I think there's gonna be people who don't agree with you on that. That would mean that victimization is happening in 6 out of 10 relationships. I know men and women, both men and women, who use their position, their status, their power, wherever it is, to get the draws. Jane says, you are not a victim if you agree and we are willing. I watch SVU. SVU is not real life. Let's take SVU out of it. SVU is not real life. SVU is a made for television drama. On the job in the military, like you say, in the shipyard, military law firms that tell the lawyers not to mess with a law clerk. The balance is not even. But in real life, what if the law clerk and the lawyer just like each other? What if the supervisor and the fire watch lady just like each other? What if a general and a private simply have feelings for each other as human beings? Take away me being a general. I'm just a general. What if it's a real live attraction? Why should I not be allowed to love somebody simply because I've got more years of service or a higher position in there? Secondly, who really doesn't use their influence? I am their power, influence, or position. I don't think everybody becomes a victim. I believe that there are people who are in certain positions, and the only reason that they have certain things is because of what they do or what their position is. What's the line? We tell our daughters and sons, daughters more than our sons. We tell our sons to become somebody, to reach certain levels so that they can have whatever, so they can be a great provider, so that they can be somebody that a woman desires. And then we tell our daughters, you need to choose a man that can do these things, that can do this, and do that. Right? We teach them that. So where do we draw the line? Because now what you're saying is somebody who uses their power and influence. Yeah, I've dated her because I was the boss. Now, if I go and I say, hey, either you date me or I fire you, absolutely victimization. 100% victimization. But if I'm just open and honest, I'm like, hey, Carmen, I really like you. And I'm the principal, you the teacher. Hey, Carmen, I really like you. Is it my fault that you felt like your job was in jeopardy if you didn't, even if it wasn't? They reach that level and blow it all for 3 minutes of satisfaction. First of all, Yana, it could be 4. Could be 4 minutes. But what you said is not my fault that you felt that way, and I didn't even know that you felt that way, but you still say that you're a victim. And so that's where we start coming into like a lot of stuff. Like, so here's one of the things that I always say. Here's one of the things I always say, whether you subscribe to the Bible or not, right? Whether you believe the Bible is man-made, whether it's not really the word of God, blah, 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 blah. Whatever you go through. If you read a lot of the tenets in the Bible, a lot of stuff in the Bible is just solid wisdom. Just solid wisdom. It's just solid. So like the Bible always talks about not having sex before marriage. You got to wait till you get married to have sex. That's just a solid wisdom. And because once you married, then you have sex, then all these other questions is kind of out of the. It's when you out here just willy-nilly having sex. That leads you to a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happens from willy-nilly having sex. It's just a lot of stuff. Not 9 out of 10 times. Not 9 out of 10. It's a 50-50 chance every time you slide up in there. I'm about to dive in. It's a 50-50 chance every time you dive in. You don't know positive or negative what's going to happen. There's pregnancy, there's STDs, there's emotional attractions, there's fatal attraction. All kinds of stuff of that nature. All those things happen, right? So, it can either go really sweet, you can walk out, hey, man, I appreciate it. Hey, it was a good time. Good workout. Had my Apple Watch on, got my heart rate up. I was in zone 2. So it can get tricky. It can get tricky. That's why they kind of talk about so some of those instructions. If you want to go ultra safe, this is the way to go ultra safe. Just don't ever do it. Cool, got you. But once you marry, it is yours for life. Then somebody was like, "Hey man, let's go ahead and cancel that. We can go ahead and do a divorce. Let's divorce that thing." Most people in power hate the word no because they feel it makes them equal and powerless. So I think that people in the positions of power have gotten a certain level of narcissism, and the word no is just not something that they hear often. You become spoiled by yeses. You got yes men around you. You've been yes so often. I think R. Kelly is worse than Diddy. But I still think both of them are evil. Like when we sit here just trying to decide which one is the worst evil, Diddy or it's like, would you rather be shot or stabbed? That's what we argue. When we talk about R. Kelly and we talk about Diddy, allegedly with Diddy so far, R. Kelly has at least gone to court and been proven. Everything with Diddy has been alleged. Now, what I did not appreciate was Diddy's neighbor coming in and snitching. Diddy's neighbor coming in and snitching was the wildest thing of 2024. So, well, not really, but we deal in hyperbole here on TV and radio. Diddy's neighbor coming through, driving by the raid. I ain't never seen anything like it. I ain't never seen nobody come through and driving through the raid. Hey, but hey, they also got cocaine in that tub behind the house. Make sure y'all check that too. I ain't never seen anything like that. I ain't never seen anything like that. That was crazy. I ain't never seen anything like that. Hey, while y'all out here raiding, hey, the Negro also has, y'all stay out here after 11. Y'all see he bring them in by the bus loads. My problem with that is you've been watching this man bring buses of children into his home, but you ain't never called before. You ain't never said nothing before, but you go drive by snitch. That Jake is crazy. I ain't never seen anything like it. From the passenger seat, you won't even drive it. So you had to tell your homeboy, so hey man, slow down real quick. I want to tell the police something. You don't even know what you set yourself up for. You set your homeboy up. You don't know what he's living like. You don't know if his license is suspended or nothing. Now you done told him to slow down so we could talk to the police. Now the police gonna want everybody's ID. Let me get your ID. See what you got going on in your life. Now your homeboy in jail because you wanted to snitch on Diddy. It ain't like the dead giveaway guy. I don't know if y'all remember the young girl. She was being held hostage in a man's house. When she finally broke out, she went to the next door neighbor and they interviewed the next door neighbor. He said, when that white girl ran into the arms of a black man, dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Ain't no way I'm gonna leave you in the car with me at this point. You done snitched on. Listen, regardless of what y'all say, I still believe Diddy got the connection to get people killed. I think Diddy had something to do with Tupac's murder, and and not vicariously, and because he had something to do with Tupac's murder, I believe that led to the Biggie's murder. I think all of those things are all in the same. But I know Diddy got enough money to pay somebody to get me to come by my crib. He know where I live at now. You know I'm a neighbor. You just driving through. Hey yo, ain't no way. I'd have came right out immediately and jumped. I might have jumped out my own car and walked. I'm like, man, I ain't got nothing to do with this dude. His children's mom was getting ready to do a book, and she mysteriously passed away. And you feel like the best thing to do is for you to start snitching on Diddy in public on camera. Hey yo, it's me, cuz. Oh no, don't blur me. Sean Jackson, 123 ABC Street. Just want to say, late nights, Diddy got bus loads of children coming through. It's crazy. It's crazy. I thought he was running a Chuck E. Cheese back there. I didn't know what was happening. I don't think that's a guy to snitch on. Y'all say what y'all want to say about Diddy. I think that man has enough money, power, and influence to be able to find somebody. Because right out here now, man, you got young kids shooting each other over Facebook statements. Because you said, well, not Facebook, because young kids don't use Facebook. Over Instagram, you diss me on the gram, you diss me on TikTok, and they'll take your life over a TikTok. You don't think Diddy got enough money to go find one of these young boys? Hey, man, hey, you see that life over there? Take that. Diddy has never been a proponent of asking for permission. Diddy has always been like, take that. Can't stop, won't stop. I think Diddy is wrong. I think Diddy has been admitting it the whole time. Diddy has been out here telling y'all right now that he's a sexual predator. Take that. Hey, Diddy, she comes over to the crib. What do you want me to do? Take that. Just take it. Take that. But Diddy, she said no. I said take that. I'm like, wait. Okay. She's telling me to stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. He's asking the question. He's told you over and over again in his music. She was like, Diddy, stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. Take that. It's crazy out here, man. People always talk about, listen, Suge Knight. This is what's amazing now. Suge Knight now seems to be the angel. Suge Knight seems to be the angel. Suge Knight is like, try to tell y'all, come on over to death row. If you want to, if you want to stop having people dancing all up in your videos, clapping your cheeks, come over to death row. Oh, I didn't even know I had froze. This is crazy. I guess Suge Knight is where the line gets drawn. Oh, I'm back. Oh no, I'm not. And like you talk about anything you want to, just don't talk about Suge Knight. Talk about Suge Knight, we got to shut you down. We got to shut you down when you talk about Suge. I'm still here, man. Don't pay no never mind to the pitch on. This is why we're doing what we doing. But we here. I'm back. I don't know if I was gone the whole time. Did it have me shut down? I started talking about did it? Did it? Where's Farnsworth Bentley? That's who knows everything. I didn't know I was gone. I was still talking. I didn't even know the mic had went out. Usually y'all can hear me talking. But this time I guess they was like, we shutting you down all the way. You talked about Diddy and Suge Knight, you gotta go. You talked about Diddy and Suge Knight, sir. You have got to go. So they shut me down. Just want to let y'all know that's what y'all dollar a week goes to, the new MacBook. The dollar a week is going to the new MacBook. Your dollar a week can go to the new MacBook. Your subscription. That's just $4 a month, except for in the months I got 5 weeks. And that's $5 a month. I think y'all can do it. But see, when you look at it that way, you'd be like, just make a one-time donation of $5. And then you'd be like, boom. $60 a year. It's cheaper than Netflix. It's cheaper than Netflix. The thing is all the way too. All I got is this little circle up here. The circle is circling. It's crazy how that goes. So let's do that right quick. So we've decided that that's what that is. Now today is if you watch this show on a regular, you realize that Wednesdays are our hunch before lunch. It's a hunch day. We usually have questions. Today's question was about the inappropriate exploitation of the human body. But I wonder, just have a benefit show, right? Let's look into that. I wonder how I'm gonna get in trouble for this. How many? So people always talk about. So like I saw a post today, and this one might be the one. This one might be the one that gets me in trouble. Oh, I didn't even know I was that violent in the.
Take me out of there. 1, 2. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna ask y'all. Y'all answer me this, and we're gonna do 5 minutes on this subject. I know a young lady, very good friend of mine. Well, she's not a good friend of mine, but I do know her. She is a for lack of a better term, just to be honest, this is how she classifies herself. She is a sex worker. That she sells sex. She takes provocative photos. She has her OnlyFans. She's performed in adult videos, erotic videos. That's what she does. She's a sex worker. She put up a post today that was controversial. Good morning, Liz Black, one of New York's finest radio personalities, Liz Black. She put up a post today that was very interesting, and I'm gonna ask you all how y'all feel about it because we know Wednesdays are about hunching. She put up that if you are a stay-at-home mom, no job, stay-at-home mom, you stay at home, clean house, raise the kids, and you are fully dependent on your husband's salary for your survival, you are not able to shame sex workers. She basically says sex workers and stay-at-home moms, same thing. That was her statement. She said, if you are a stay-at-home mom and you are fully dependent upon the salary of your husband to survive, then you have no right to shame a sex worker. Denzel, you funny. She's all over the place too. Crazy. She's the daughter of Ralph Sampson, the famous basketball player. It's crazy. She's right out of Charlottesville, Virginia. Snoop said that's interesting. Ladies is quiet. This is the first time all the ladies have been quiet. I ain't getting nothing from Emmett Time. Emmett plays. Marche is quiet. Lisa ain't say nothing. Carlita said you're now comparing apples to oranges. One ping versus many pings. Many pings. Wish death. Stu said, because you basically doing the same thing. Stu said, you basically doing the same thing. Carmen said, that's bull. Come on, Carmen. You gotta come on, Carmen. You gotta go harder to just say that's bull. That only makes sense if the stay-at-home mom has multiple husbands. Has multiple husbands. The question, Lisa, was the young lady says, if you are a stay-at-home mom, fully dependent upon your husband for your finances, then you have no right to shame a sex worker. Basically saying that they are both the same thing. If you are a stay-at-home mom, you cannot in any way talk down on sex workers. And I was like, She basically said, if you are fully dependent upon a man to pay your bills, then you still fully dependent upon a man. If you're a stay-at-home mom that is fully financially dependent on your spouse, then you have no right to shame sex workers. Some street workers may have one client. So what's the Snoop said, hey, you got some sex workers, ain't got but one client. What's the difference? Mache said, I can't agree with it. Only makes sense. Look, now they coming in. The ladies are here. There's no way a stay-at-home mom is in the same category as sex workers. So tell me why not? You getting money for your services to a man. Sex workers are getting their service money for their services to a man. Both sides, Shannon, it's definitely a reach. Both sides. That would be the argument. Both of you are using both of them are using the gift of vagina in order to get your bills paid, in order to be taken care of. Stay-at-home mom is doing it for one man, sex worker, many men. Some women dream of being a stay-at-home mom. Who dreams of being So Shannon, you'd be surprised. This young lady, this friend of mine, like she was like, this has always been a goal of mine. This is what I want to do. It wasn't because I had a terrible childhood. It wasn't because I was sexually molested. This and the third. I've always looked at sex workers and I thought that they were great. Now remember, sex workers are more than just prostitutes. I think that's one of the things that people automatically assume is that when you say somebody's a sex worker, that we're automatically saying that they're a prostitute. I'm not saying that every sex worker is a prostitute. There are people who are in adult films, people who perform on OnlyFans. The people who perform on OnlyFans may not even perform to a man or with another man. It might just be a look at me, do myself. I bought this at Walmart. It was on sale, blah, 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 blah. So anybody who's working in the sex industry, maybe just stripping on strip teasing, strippers, those will be considered kind of sex workers. They're talking about anybody that works in the sex field. Adult film hunching, that's sex work. I'm not just saying all sex workers are not prostitutes. So what if the man was an escort? I don't understand the question about the escort. Me and escort all the time. I've been an escort many times. I don't know what you're talking about. Now I'm confused. Am I a sex worker? Oh my God, I feel dirty. I escorted a girl to her debutante ball. I've been asked on multiple occasions to be the plus one for that. That's always been a weird place for me. I think I've always said no when a woman's be like, "Hey, I got to go to this event. I've got to be at this thing. I got to do this. I got to do that. Could you, could you be my date? Could you go with me to it?" I'm like, so uncomfortable. No, I have a really good friend who has been a stay-at-home mom for 25 years now. She held it down while her husband was in medical school. When he became a trauma surgeon, his gift to her was to be taken care of. It wasn't about her goodies that she's a stay-at-home mom. But isn't so? Aren't you returning? You're right. Tony says, in my opinion, sex work is work. No shame from me, but the stay-at-home moms aren't in the same category. They're not doing their customers' laundry and running their kids all over town for music lessons or sports. Tony says, sex work is work. Tony, that's what you say. Sex work is work. It's work. It's called sex work. It ain't just the prostitution has been called the world's oldest profession for a long time, and really, I believe, of course, here in the United States is illegal. In other countries, it's very legal. In Las Vegas, it's kind of a hey, look, don't ask, don't tell. I still firmly believe that it's called the world's oldest profession for a reason, and the only reason that it's still illegal is just like most drugs that are illegal is because the government has to figure out a way to tax it yet. If if you could pay a Punani tax at the end of the year, if they could make you fill out an I-9 for your vagina, if you could get a W-2 for your vagina, the government will be all on it. The government would be all over it. The government would be like, go ahead, sell that thing. I'm telling you right now, if you could put a barcode on there and scan it like you scan a box of cornflakes, the government will be okay with that. But they can't tax hunching because it's unfair. Because wives out there giving it up there for free, side chicks are giving it up for trips to Mexico. I just don't. I'm tired of LaTroy. Can somebody? How do I block LaTroy? How do I block him? How do I block this man? This is the but and the fact that LaTroy is a man who enjoys men. Whenever he puts but anything, my mind just doesn't work right. If they could, what would your pricing be? Could you imagine a young lady giving out a BOGO? Could you imagine that BOGO? That's crazy. A BOGO? Buy one, get one? Could you imagine if they started running vagina sales? Could you imagine if prostitution was show enough legal? Like they figured out a way to tax it here in America. It was show enough legal. You could go in there, you could get you a full line MVP card, and you could just run right through them. Could you imagine this country, America, a country built on sex? If you don't believe this country is built on sex, even Hamilton had a sexual, it was all sex in Hamilton. It was like, we getting it in. Hamilton got us all say, tell me how to say no to this. How do I say no to this? A BOGO, a 33% off, the semi-annual sale. How crazy would a man go at a semi-annual vagina sale? That is ridiculous. The thought alone is driving me crazy. Listen, the self-esteem, you're going to have Bentley women, you're going to have Nissan women. It's going to be crazy. The self-esteem part is gonna be redonkulous. A loyalty card, man, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be redonkulous. They gonna send out send out comment cards. Man, what happens when you go somewhere and you and one of your homeboys got the same discount card on your keychain? Now listen, LaTroy, I already know what you're talking about on that. I've been to some parties before. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, where I've had to be like, yo, I'm out. Like the later the party gets, this is why I leave the party by 10 o'clock. Sun goes down, it's probably time for me to go. I've been to some parties before, and at the end of the party, it's been like my eyes, listen, I had the cartoon eyes. My eyes were this big. I was like, yo, I'm out. I respect everybody's right to do whatever they gonna do, but they just want me though. That ain't me. Y'all enjoy. I ain't done. Man, I'm gonna tell you what. I come into a room, if if sex work became legal, they figure out a way to tax it. You can run specials, you get your coupons in the Wednesday paper, and you and your homeboy, because everybody got an MVP card, everybody got a Kroger card. But what happens when you and your homeboy both got a Latoya card? Man, you and your homeboy both got a Latoya card. Man, that Jay's gonna trip you out. Man, you too? You a frequent customer? Man, that's crazy. Then they gonna have to start regulating vaginas. You're gonna have to run that jank by a mechanic. You gonna have to go to your OBGYN every year to get an inspection. It's gonna be just like they do a restaurant. This vagina is A+ rated. You down there with those C minuses. That's man. The possibilities are endless. I'm listen, when y'all hear this on stage, y'all just know that this because I thank y'all created this whole set, this whole vagina discount card set. This all because of y'all. I probably ain't gonna be able to do it at church, but if y'all catch me at a club, it's going down. Let me get out of here, man. We already at an hour and 3 minutes. Mess around with y'all. Y'all are hilarious. Let's go with the word of the day. Today's word of the day is auxiliary. Auxiliary. In general use, auxiliary describes someone or thing available to provide extra help. Get you some auxiliary vagina, power, etc. when it is needed. In linguistics, an auxiliary verb, also called a helping verb, is used with another verb to do things like show a verb's tense or form a question. In nautical context, auxiliary can describe a sailboat equipped with a supplementary inboard engine or a vessel that provides supplementary assistance to other ships. The auditorium has an auxiliary cooling system used only on particularly sweltering days. Are arriving soon is an auxiliary verb. Auxiliary. It's also the chord that you use for your music. I don't know why they try to make it more than it needs to be. That's the long term for aux chord is auxiliary chord. Is a chord that describes extra help when it's used. The aux chord. That's exact. So it sounds like a sex worker to a married man. Yeah, you listen. Stop calling them side chicks. Call them your auxiliary woman. This is my auxiliary woman. Thank you, Miss Bonner. She tapped in on the Cash App. Thank you, Miss Bonner. Auxiliary. Weather today, man. Still a little chilly. It's cloudy out here. in this area. I think that spring is trying to spring. Spring is trying to make its way through, and winter is like, nah, cuz. And if you live in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, as I do, we ain't really had no winter this year. No snow. We didn't really get to wear no big coats this year. It's finna rain. If y'all want me to guarantee rain, let me go wash my car. I'll go wash my car to make sure that it rains today. You might need your auxiliary jacket today. Just put on a little bit of an auxiliary jacket. Sports, we on a little bit of a break. It's nothing to talk about when ain't nothing really happening. The NIT, CIT, Norfolk State's head coach, Rob Jones, with what they call a pretty controversial statement. He talked about the schools in Virginia not playing against each other. And so he said, hey, man, look, man, y'all stop playing, man. Everybody need to play each other. The 4 major schools in Virginia, Virginia Tech, UVA, Norfolk State, and Old Dominion. Those are the big 4 Division I schools. Why we ducking each other? Rob is staying at NSU, but he was like, hey, man, look here. Y'all need to come through. Come play us, cuz. Don't run from it. I think that makes an amazing. I think he makes an amazing point. Virginia and Virginia Tech have to play each other, but Virginia and Virginia Tech should be playing Old Dominion and Norfolk State. It exposes each to each, and I think it only makes each one of those schools better. I think it helps Norfolk State if they're playing ODU, Virginia Tech, or Virginia Union, because at the end of the year, now you're looking at them playing some larger schools. You got Power 5 schools. You got ODU, which is a mid-major. So I think all of those schools need to play each other. I think it'll be a good time. Let's get that going right now. Let's get that UVA Norfolk State game. Let's get that Virginia Tech Norfolk State game. Let's make it happen in both men's and women's basketball. Let me tell you one thing, even if Norfolk State, and I think they could beat a couple of those teams if given the opportunity, but even if they lose, all it's going to do is help them realize what they got to get to, where they got to recruit, and it's only going to make them better. And Virginia's already a hotbed for basketball. If you look over the national landscape of sports, some of the best programs all have players from Virginia. I'm a UNC guy. Armando Baycott has been at UNC for the last 27 years. He's a Virginia product, man. We watched the girls basketball playing. One team I saw, I think it was the Express, the Norfolk Express, if I'm not mistaken. But 4 of those girls are playing Division I basketball. All 4 of those teams were in the tournament this year. So listen, let it go. We need to do it, man. Let's raise Virginia as a whole. I'm unapologetically Portsmouth, so I root for Virginia whenever I can. So of course in news right now, man, of course the Key Bridge is the biggest piece in the news. We're continuing to pray for those who are involved. 6 workers who apparently were just repairing a pothole on the bridge, still missing and are perceived to have been deceased. Which is just almost impossible to fathom, almost impossible to understand. Just somebody at work. More details have been coming out. Some of the questions that I asked on yesterday, I've been seeing video of the ship losing power, then regaining power, then losing power. I also saw video, I have heard reports, and I haven't, and I hate doing this. I haven't been able to really go in deeply and substantiate this report, but I did get a report that the ship did call in its power loss, and that they were able. I remember on yesterday I was saying, hey man, why weren't they able to stop traffic or delay some traffic? And so they did say that the ship did let them know that they had power loss, and there was a potential of a problem, and they were able to get some traffic stopped from going on 695. So a lot of it was averted because they were able to get out and they stopped traffic. So I am seeing that report that did kind of make me feel a little bit better. So even though this was already a mass casualty event, I think this was a ridiculous amount of casualties were saved. So big shout outs to the people who were able to get out there and respond quickly and stop what could have been a lot worse from happening. So that was something positive to come out of it. And I don't want to say positive, but just a silver lining that they did avoid it from being worse than it was. So I am not happy to hear that. I don't know what my feeling is on that. I guess I'm a bit relieved to know that something was done. In the interim, Carnival Cruise Lines, which does operate out of Baltimore, Carnival Cruise Lines has decided, well, we'll just operate out of Norfolk. So the Norfolk area, we're going to be seeing an influx of ships because the cruises from Baltimore will be now out of Norfolk. So keep your eyes out for more trips, for more of those. The bridge was silver. I don't know what that means, Yana. That's confusing. Oh, the bridge was silver. Okay. Well, they're just, I don't know. I was just trying, Yana. I don't know what. I mean, we're just gonna move on. That's the show for today. We had an hour and 10 minutes. That's the show for today, man. Thanks y'all once again for tuning in. This is See You in the Morning. Make sure you share the show. I'm on every morning at 7:30-ish in the morning. Tune in tomorrow on my political. I'm gonna have a See You in the evening. I know it's gonna be in the evening, so we will see you in the evening tomorrow. Where we're gonna discuss. We're going to discuss what's going on. And I'm going political, and I'll be discussing what's happening in my home city, Portsmouth, Virginia. So go ahead and prepare yourselves. I am allowing, and I just thought this was only fair. A young lady who had just lost her job and has not been given a platform to discuss her side of it. We've heard on multiple occasions the other side of it, the firing party side of it. I watched my city council meeting last night, and I was completely disgusted at the behavior of certain council members. It has once again become a clown show, to the point where a council member took the time to insult a citizen on the size of his shirt. Now, his shirt was small, and his nipples were prominent as he spoke to the dais. But you're not allowed to tell somebody they got on a tight A shirt and sit as a councilman. It is deplorable, it's despicable, and there is no place for that. So it was ridiculous last night. I saw people openly campaigning. It was horrid. Last night was one of the we've had worse, but last night was one of the worst displays of city government that I've ever seen. So something's got to change, or I'm moving to Suffolk. But other than that, man, thanks so much for tuning in. So be prepared for that. For See You in the Evening. That's on the way tomorrow. Share this show. Make sure that and if you would like to be a financial sponsor, just $1 a week, man, is all that I'm asking. That's $52 in a year. But even if you don't want to do all those years, even if you only watch 1 week, man, hey, send me that $1. I'm all for it, and it's appreciative. It goes back into the show. It also goes back to the United Negro College Fund, because I have a Negro in college and I have to fund her. All right. Remember, man, it's hunch before lunch, man. That's what Wednesday was all about. It was about the hunching. It was about making somebody feel good. So make sure you make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. I have a fantastic day, man, and you do the same. Until tomorrow, Lord willing, the creek don't rise. This has been See You in the Morning. Love y'all. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Clayton's Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Clayton's Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off